Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be reading two of my personal favorite monologues, one from William Shakespeare's Julius Caesar, and the other from Lord Byron's Cain. We'll start with Julius Caesar, Act 3, Scene 2, Mark Antony's speech to the citizens. As a bit of context, pretty immediately before this, Caesar has been brutally murdered by a bunch of folks. And Brutus has just come out and told all the citizens, yes, we did just murder Caesar, but it was for good. We had to. It was really important. He was a tyrant. He was ambitious. Screw that guy. And then he leaves to allow Antony to speak in Caesar's funeral. Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is oft interred with their bones. So let it be with Caesar. The noble Brutus hath told you Caesar was ambitious. If it were so, it was a grievous fault, and grievously hath Caesar answered it. Here, under leave of Brutus and the rest, for Brutus is an honourable man, so are they all honourable men, come I to speak in Caesar's funeral. He was my friend, faithful and just to me, but Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honourable man. He hath brought many captives home to Rome, whose ransoms did the general coffers fill. Did this in Caesar seem ambitious? When that the poor have cried, Caesar hath wept. Ambition should be made of sterner stuff. Yet, Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honourable man. You all did see that on the Lupercal I thrice presented him a kingly crown, which he did thrice refuse. Was this ambition? Yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and sure, he is an honourable man. I speak not to disprove what Brutus spoke, but here I am to speak what I do know. You all did love him once, not without cause. What cause withholds you then to mourn for him? Oh, judgment, thou art fled to brutish beasts, and men have lost their reason. Bear with me. My heart is in the coffin there with Caesar, and I must pause till it come back to me. There we are. I love this monologue. It's Mark Antony slowly convincing the crowd, riling them, saying, without saying, that, hey, this murder business, that was really bad. I really liked Caesar. You all really liked Caesar. You should be pissed right now. You should be fuming. And he gets them there. One of my favorite bits is, you all did see that on the Lupercal I thrice presented him a kingly crown. Because earlier, it's shown that, yes, he was thrice presented a kingly crown, but the intention was never for him to take it in the first place. It was, sort of a political act of, oh, look at him being such a good person, not taking the crown. Look at how selfless he is. And here it's used as proof of his sort of humbleness. But, yes. That's Mark Antony's speech from Julius Caesar. Up next, will be Lucifer's monologue from Cain. Cain, written by Lord Byron, a bit of a lesser-known piece, at least in comparison to something like Julius Caesar. Cain, one of the things that I find very interesting about is it's a closet drama, which instead of a stage drama is not really intended to be performed. It's mostly for simply reading, or perhaps reading to a small group, which is quite interesting, usually used when people wished to avoid censorship for their works, which in this it paints Lucifer in at least a morally grey light, which, especially back in the 1800s, perhaps not something to be done, usually. As a bit of context, Cain and Lucifer are having a discussion, and Cain mentions something along the lines of, God, blah blah blah, you're superior. Lucifer very much doesn't like that. A superior? Superior! No. By heaven which he holds, and the abyss and the immensity of worlds and life which I hold with him, no. I have a victor, true, but no superior. Homage he has from all, but none from me. I battle it against him, as I battled in highest heaven, through all eternity and the unfathomable gulfs of Hades, and the interminable realms of space, and the infinity of endless ages. All will I dispute. And world by world, and star by star, and universe by universe shall tremble in the balance, till the great conflict shall cease, if ever it shall cease, which it ne'er shall, till he or I be quenched. And what can quench our immortality, or mutual and irrevocable hate? He, as a conqueror, will call the conquered evil. But what will be the good he gives? Were I the victor, his works would be deemed the only evil ones. And you, ye new and scare-born mortals, what have been his gifts to you already in your little world? But few, and some of those but bitter. Back with me, then, to thine earth, and try the rest of his celestial boons to you and yours. Evil and good are things in their own essence, and not made good or evil by the giver. But, if he gives you good, so call him. If evil springs from him, do not name it mine, till ye know better its true fount, and judge not by words, though of spirits, but the fruits of your existence such as it must be. One good gift has the fatal apple given, your reason. Let it not be overswayed by tyrannous threats to force you into faith against all external sense and inward feeling. Think and endure, and form an inner world in your own bosom, where the outward fails. So shall you ne'er be the spiritual nature in war triumphant with your own. Yeah, this monologue, definitely one of my favorites. The line, evil and good are things in their own essence. I just think it's very interesting. I like it. I don't have too much extra to say. Lovely little play. I would recommend reading it. It's not that long. It's more of a short than anything. And it's an interesting telling of, Cain and Abel, the first murderer. But with that, I think we'll wrap it up for the day, as I don't have too much time to record. But thank you all for being here, listening, liking and subscribing, perhaps even commenting. If you're interested, you can send in scripts or anything you'd like read to the email in the description, and I'll take a look at it and see if I can get that done. But other than that, have a good rest of your day, or night, sleep well, but goodbye for now.